Fairy Tales for Children collection. Meditation stories for kids with fairies, aliens, and magical characters to help your kid feeling calm, falling asleep, and learn mindfulness. Written by Danielle Greene and Jessica Fluke. Narrated by Charlie Mckenzie. Good Night Fairy Tales. Bedtime stories to help your children falling asleep, feeling calm, and learning mindfulness. Written by Danielle Greene and Jessica Fluke. Narrated by Charlie Mckenzie.
Chapter 1. Mouse Skin. Once upon a time, there lived a king who had everything one could dream of. But the one thing he truly wanted, he did not have. More than anything else on earth, he longed for a son. At the beginning of each month, for years and years, he would lay his head on his queen's soft belly and pray that the seed of his boy grew within. But each month the king was disappointed. When the queen finally became pregnant, he rejoiced with all his heart, believing that his prayers were answered. Alas, the queen died in childbirth, leaving the king with a baby girl. The king was heartbroken, doubly so, for he felt he had lost both the wife he adored and the son he yearned for. He would not even look at his newborn daughter. The midwife swaddled the child quickly and handed her, eyes averted as if in shame, to the queen's lady-in-waiting. The lady whisked the child away out of the king's sight. She nursed the girl and cared for her, but she did not love her. As soon as the princess was old enough to take care of herself, the lady left her to her own devices. The princess learned to be as quiet as a mouse, slipping through the narrow corridors of the castle, staying out of sight, disturbing no one. But she watched everyone and everything, and she thought and she dreamed of the love she lived without. For she was loved by no one, and there was no one that she loved. On the princess's 18th birthday, for the very first time in her life, the king spoke to his daughter. He told her that now she had come of age, she must marry the young prince who at the very moment was traveling to the castle to ask for her hand. Once she had married, she must leave the kingdom, never to return. The princess was distressed. How could she marry a man she did not even know, much less love? There was no love for her in her father's house, but still she did not want to marry a stranger and leave her home. She thought and thought about what to do. Finally, she decided that she would set the young prince an impossible task, saying that only if he fulfilled it would she consent to marry him. The young prince arrived on a snowy white horse the following morning at dawn. He bowed low before the princess and humbly asked her hand in marriage. The princess was surprised to find that the prince was gentle and intelligent and handsome. Even more surprisingly, he seemed true to love her, although he did not even know her. The princess could not help wondering whether perhaps she should marry and go away with him. She was sorely tempted by the idea of being loved, but no, she decided, she would never marry unless she loved herself. She resolved to go through with her plan. First, the princess said that before she would marry him, the young prince must make her a pair of silver blue stockings of mist and rain. The prince gathered skeins of sky and water and clouds, spun them into delicate floss, and wove them into stockings. He knelt before the princess, laid the flimsy stockings at her feet, and kissed them gently. The princess was troubled. The prince loved her so much that he had filled her impossible task. But no, she did not love him. So the princess said that before she would marry him, the prince must make her a brown and black chemise of roots and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?